Leave them fixer-upper men alone. This is not a real estate project.
This is your love life.
You become so addicted to the man who needs the most work because that validates a deeper need in you, which is called shame-based labor. At the end of this video, you will have 3 shifts to stop this emotional, exhaustive attempt so that you can attract the effortless love that you already have earned. Let's define what shame-based labor actually is. Shame-based labor is the constant mental energy used to fix a flaw. So when you stop trying to fix yourself, you immediately transfer that same addiction to your partner. Shame-based labor teaches us that we are not inherently worth love, that it's something that we have to work for and strive for and fix ourselves more for. But we find that no matter how hard we work on ourselves, we still don't feel ready. I remember when I was in Costa Rica, I went to a healing retreat for 10 days. We had meditation, yoga, we cried it out, sister circles, all the things that you can imagine a healing retreat would entail, I was doing. Now, while it felt amazing to sit around with like-minded women and discuss all of our traumas and our fears and cry it out, it felt so good to be heard. But even at the end of that, I still felt like something was wrong with me. Like I still had to fix myself. I'm not ready to be loved. I have to heal more. I have to journal more. I have to watch my thoughts more. I have to watch my diet more. I have to lose more weight. There was always something that I still had to master before I was ready for love. This is exactly when I realized that I was okay then. I was good enough then. Yes, I still have things that are not perfect about me. I will always not be perfect because I'm so used to expending effort to become a better version. You can accidentally think that, oh, so effort equates to love. So if I find a man who is a project and that I have to put effort into, then that must mean that this is love. And that couldn't be further from the truth because what that is fear. Same thing for romantic partners. You have to accept who they are. Shift number 1. Stop dating for potential. Stop looking at these men or these women for what you could build. This is not a project. You're dealing with a human. You have to be comfortable with whoever is in front of you right now, whomever it is that you're dating. If they don't change at all, because they probably won't, will you be okay? Because the moment that you realize that you are already enough, the man who needs all this fixing becomes repulsive. You won't even be attracted to that anymore. And now that you no longer have your fixer-upper Bob the Builder hat on, now we employ shift number 2. Schedule your boredom. Now that you've stopped fixing yourself and being hypercritical on yourself and whomever it is that comes into your life, you're going to have a void because you're so used to fixing yourself, fixing things. It's going to feel weird to just exist. Isn't that kind of sad though? Think about that for a minute. That it's going to feel weird and awkward and uncomfortable for you to just be. But now that you realize your sense of self-worth is inherent and that you can't work towards self-worth, you already have it. You cannot attain something you already have. Now that you're operating from that very healthy mindset, it's time for you to start to prioritize joy. Make your life interesting. Go do some fun, weird shit like myself. About a week and a half ago, I took an improv class. It's basically a class where I was around a whole bunch of white people, for real. We were all in a circle. We did some really weird but fun exercises where like we shook our bodies out and we had random conversations. We made up stuff on the spot. But what it taught me was that I'm uncomfortable. This is weird as hell, but I'm having a blast because I'm around like-minded people who too are feeling just like me, but we're showing up and we're all enough. At the end, I didn't feel judged. I didn't feel stupid. I didn't feel silly. I just simply felt like I was enough. I'm good enough to just exist in this space, take up space, get up there on stage with my improv partner and have a silly dialogue, laugh about it, and it let me know that I was sufficient. That's why it's so important for us as women to have hobbies that meet us where we are. I would absolutely encourage you to take an improv class. It was a hell of an experience and I would do it again. Shift number 3 is all about implementing the availability filter. So I want you to stop screening for effort and start screening for availability when it comes to whom it is that you date. Because this whole project person is chronically unavailable. A true equal does not need coaching. They don't need somebody to come in and fix up their life. You are not Iyanla. A true equal needs somebody that complements them and even sees things in themselves that they can't see on their own. But because they're of a healthy mind, they can implement that. And because they trust you, they trust your judgment. So that's when it becomes this very synergistic beautiful, very spiritual, special union when two people like that are together. But you get a fixer in a project, good luck. So once you really realize that difference from being a manager of a person to actually being a partner, is when you realize that you benefit from this too. That's what partnership is about. When you are in a manager-employee position, the manager doesn't benefit much because the manager teaches, they oversee, they micromanage. That is not your job. You are here to have a partnership, not something where you have to constantly coach and teach. You have earned this effortless love. No more operating from fear or shame-based labor and being exhausted by men, by partners who only take, who can't give, and they're not going to be able to help you or bring out value in any way, shape, or form. That stops today. You have the 3 shifts that you need to implement. I know it's hard to hear, but if your man who you are currently with or woman sounds like this, you may need to reconfigure some things if you do want love. The work is over. You have earned this effortless love. And the greatest rebellion is your joy and receiving it. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, and share so more people get this message. And I will see you guys in the next video.